Like when she was showing it to me, we had like a little tech rehearsal. She's got like some like really simple ones and some like I was just like, oh my God, how did you do that? Some really nice pieces. So before you go into please put a Q in front of your question so we can make sure we answer it. Please put a T if you got a tip in front of so we can make sure I see that in the comments and I can read it out. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Zaneta.
I came to England 7 years ago, and since then I had to really learn my ways around here. I have to say the truth. The country is completely different, and because I am typical woman, I love jewelry. My boyfriend got tired of buying me jewelry on every single occasion. So his idea for that was, okay, do it yourself. He bought me very first cheapest jewelry making kit on Amazon, which I still use a tool from it. Still have some tools. So not always the most expensive are the best.
I love it. I just love that. Like you know, when you were telling me this like the other day that like your boyfriend bought you your first quid and then you got hooked on it. And like if you see from the if you think about everybody, just think about like she had a like her first kid and then you look what amazing stuff she's done. She's come such a long way. So how many years have you been doing beading now?
6 years. I started from the simplest stretches earrings made just for myself, and I got hooked. And after a couple of £1,000 spent on the beads and tools and everything, I am properly hooked.
Oh, bless you. So shall we go down to the mat and just see your lovely makes? Because I know you got so many of them.
Oh yeah, the day would be not long enough.
There we go.
Okay, my very first love when I started were pearls.
Yeah.
I always loved pearls. Again, typical woman. So my very first makes were always pearls. And it was shell pearls, natural pearls, whatever I could get my hands on. So that were one of my very first stretches as such. But I am a little bit OCD, so I like to make sets. If I have a bracelet, it usually have to have a necklace to go with it. Or other way around. If there is a necklace, it have to have or at least pair of earrings going with it.
Yeah.
So that were my very first. I just dig it up, to be honest, especially for the show. I completely forgot I even have them. They were hidden away for a long time. So here is some.
But how nice is to find something like after years when you find it in the cupboard.
It is, because we moved houses. I had my boyfriend 2 years ago bought me like a little makeup case, and I was putting there away all unfinished projects. And I finally decided, okay, I have to go through that stuff. And oh my God, the stuff I found there were absolutely amazing. So that is typical example of what I used to do. I do bracelet. Okay, let's turn that way, because that is absolutely beautiful Swarovski stone. And there is matching earrings to go with it. So that is complete.
So nice. That one is freshwater pearls. Is the amethyst?
No, that is shell pearl and amethyst rounds. Yeah.
That looks absolutely beautiful. Oh, Lucy's
little bit very pretty. In the middle.
Sherry's saying hello. Bridget is saying good morning.
Oh yeah, I just realized I can see a comments there.
So you from a simple sort of stranding stuff, then you moved on, and what was the next sort of makes what you started to make? Was it like pendant or
the next sort of thing? I continue with stretches, obviously, with all different sort of stones of stretching, that's another pearls. But then I realized stretches are a little bit too easy for me. So I started making bracelets.
Yeah.
So I forgot I got some in here. So I fall in love with beads. Oh, where are you going? Come back here. I fall in love with the beads, all sorts of preciosa beads,
Yeah.
paisleys, and stuff like that.
I,
And
I love
because
two-hole beads because you can do so much with it. Let me just zoom on those ones a little bit so we can see it better, so we can come in, so you can see the detail a bit more. So tell us about those pieces then.
each one of them is sort of different beads. I have different ones out there, but I absolutely love how, even though they are different shapes, if you spend long enough with them, you can make them work together.
Definitely.
So they are absolutely so versatile, and you can customize them to absolutely every person who, like, for example, I got two different, no, not in that one. There is two different sets of that bracelet, and everything can be customized and be delicate, gentle, and you can really make stuff that are chunky and in the same time absolutely delicate.
And dainty, yeah. I
Oh,
love
that was
that.
the word I was missing. Yes. For
Yeah.
example, that one you wouldn't
Wow.
just wear just like that. Okay, I have to show it like that because they are stuck good and proper in the box, and it have a matching earrings to go with it.
Oh wow, that looks really, really beautiful. I love it. I love how two-hole beads are stick together. I just really, really love it.
And that's why I started doing sort of beading, because I decided, no, the bracelets are a little bit too easy. Yeah, the stretches are nice, quick makes, but they are a little bit too easy. I need something slightly more challenging and to engage my brain, because I am head of housekeeping in the big care home, and it's very fast paced work. So stretches are not engaging my brain
Yeah,
for long enough to actually have time to
switch off.
relax.
Yeah, because I think that's why it's beading like sort of switch you off and make you relax so much. So like after when you learn a pattern and like you practice it and you perfect it, then you're ready for sort of the next challenge, sort of speak.
Yes,
Do something more.
exactly like that. So that's are all, so not all, some of the beaded bracelets made from, if you look through them, I think there is just about every type of bead I could get hold on my hands in that time when I was starting, because that is all sort of beginning.
Yeah.
So, and also you can see I like soft colors. I don't really go into hard, strong colors.
Yeah.
It's just
I like
feminine.
I like sort of like blues and like that's everybody's got their go-to colors. So my ones is like blues, turquoises, maybe a little bit of purple, and then like if somebody else, if more of like an earth person, then they would have like greens and bronzes. So it depends what your go-to color.
Yes. So next I
Oh,
progressed. I progressed. Like I said, I got lots of different kind of stretches. I don't know what the camera is. One of my favorite colors is green, so that is lovely. Ruby zoisite in the green is absolutely stunning. But I love amber. I love amber. So lots of my pieces, even if just a tiny bit, they have amber in them.
they look really lovely.
That is amber with Amazonite, and I will find in a moment. All of them have a matching bracelets, obviously.
Do you,
So
how
there is.
how do you sort of keep your jewelry? Do you keep them together or do you keep it like
Uh,
sort of earrings
when
together and then bracelets together?
when I am making them, first I just put everything in the one bag. I am using anti-tarnish bags to store them,
Yeah.
especially the silver pieces. I use anti-tarnish bags. And then when I have time and it's time for a big sort out, I sort everything separately. Earrings, silver is going with the silver, and beading with the beading, bracelet with the bracelets. Here is few of the recent earrings. Oh, come on, open. That one was quite challenging to get it right. I have to say, it took me quite a few tries to get the wrapping right, because I am certainly not a wire worker.
No, I think like each one of us like have our own like not like we prefer certain materials against other materials. I think my one is definitely like little beads and thread and needle and stitching them together.
Yes,
I do wire work as well, but yeah.
that is more me.
Oh, I love those. I love the one on the top, the little triangle one. That looks really good.
Yes. So that is one that is completely me. And quite recently, I discovered beading frames. It's absolutely almost impossible to get hold of them. So once I manage, I am getting mad with them. So here is few beading frames.
Oh, I love and you just do brick stitch on them, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
But
love
you
them
can
as
be
well.
very creative with them. And then go down there. There is some simple ones, more intricate ones. Something for absolutely everybody. You got longer. I am February born, so my stone is amethyst and purple colors, so I do quite a lot of stuff from amethyst.
I love working with gemstones as well. I think there's just something special about them. They're always like cool to the touch and like they're so smooth and just how it makes you feel so, you know,
Precious.
it's not precious, probably not the right word, but it makes you feel like I don't know, special, I guess, to work with them.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes, it is.
I love those as well. With a little, I love dangle earrings.
So that is little jadeite with silver findings. But again, to add to the mix, a little bit of the beading.
And do you do any craft fairs or anything where you sell your makes?
I was doing last year, but last year crashed absolutely everything, and I think crashed absolutely everybody.
Patricia would like to know, where do you get the anti-tarnish bags, please?
I am buying them on the jewelry maker. That's the only place in UK where you can actually get them, and they are really anti-tarnish bags, not something that somebody claimed they are anti-tarnish. I was very unsure of them if they work, but after using them for a year now, they really work.
Oh, I love those as well.
That's very nice color. It took me a long time to find a good source of Swarovski chaton, I believe the way is to say it, because I don't really like glass. The glass easily scratch, while Swarovski are quite scratch resistant. So it took me a while to source them.
Oh, Brenda, can you get in some semi-precious drops or different shape? I'll get Simon on the case, Brenda. I'll ask him to contact our supplier and get some in. I mean, it would be nice just for like a special earring. So yeah, I'll get Simon.
Okay, so let's get something different. Let's finish with the earrings for a moment. I always claim I am not a wire worker, but that is actually wire work donut.
That looks really, really nice.
But to add to the mix, I actually finished it with the macrame knot on the end, macrame square knot, so it can be long or it can be very short.
I mean, sometimes you need that depending on what top are you wearing, because if you're wearing a longer top, like a lower cut top, then you want the necklace further down. If you're wearing something like further up, then you might want it further up. I think that one is very. So was that hard to do, that one, or is that somebody's particular pattern?
No. Again, I have tendency when I am at work and I have few spare minutes, I just go through YouTube and just type, for example,
Yes.
stone donut, and I check what it's coming up with. And sometimes it's coming up with quite a few interesting ideas. That
I
is my love.
I think that is not just it. So like, you know, you do look at like tutorials, but then you can always put your own thing, your own spin on it. I
Yes,
think that's what nice about it, that you can always make it, but you always make it your own and do little bits, you know.
yes, yes. I usually adapt tutorials to my own
Yeah.
ways.
That one's really nice as well. So what sort of materials have you used in this one?
So that is, I believe, stripe agate cabochon inside, 11 seed beads, and share pearls.
That looks really, really like like it's so geometric, like with the triangles and the sort of the diamond shapes. It just looks really lovely.
It's quite, yes.
Alison is saying, I understand Swarovski are no longer selling pieces to jewelry makers now, only for pieces and fashion houses. That's absolutely right. So they have changed, Swarovski changed their sort of direction at the moment. So they're not selling the crystals or beads or pearls or anything separately. They're just selling in the sort of high end shops. We see, you never know. A few years gonna go past, and they might be back selling the elements again. Be fingers crossed.
Let's hope they will. Let's hope they will. Okay, what is the next? Okay, I just tried working with the leather. We don't get along famously yet. I hope we will, but that is just two pieces I recently made, and that are rubber bracelets.
I do like sort of wrap techniques because you can get some really, you know, nice wrap around exactly bracelets, and they always like remind me of summer and the summer look and the beach, and that sort of like, I don't know, that they my summer bracelets.
So that one have a lovely mookite in the middle donut, and it's also wrap around bracelet.
Oh, I love it. I just love like you do so many different styles and so many different things. And he's saying that's different. Oh, Karen
If
is
someone would actually ask me if I could commit to one style, I don't think I could.
no, I can't either. I can't either because there is just so many things to try. There's so many things to play with. That like I have some necklaces which I absolutely love making, but it's not perhaps my style, so I wouldn't really necessarily wear it on, but I absolutely love making it.
Yes, so comparing, that is something that's probably took me 15 minutes to
Yeah.
make. And here is something that took me, my famous soutache, that took me over 2 weeks to make.
Wow. I mean, ladies, look at that. I just love how it looks like. I think it's really nice that how you sort of can stitch everything down, and even like using cord, like in some of the places not using beads, it is you still have to go backwards and forwards and stitch it down as you go along. But
Yeah.
talk us through it.
Sorry?
Talk us through it. How would you make something like that?
To be honest, they are not very difficult to make, but they do take a lot of time and you need to know how to sew. I know so many people who saying, I love them, but I don't know how to work with the needle. If you can bead, you can sew soutache. So it really takes a little bit of the bravery. With piece like that, that is actually 4 separate pieces. So middle is a one piece. So I would start from putting the cabochon to the beading foundation, bead around it, and then start working with soutache around. The second piece is left and right, and you wouldn't believe how many attempts it took me to actually match the stone. And somehow my brain didn't want to comprehend that I have to do mirror image. So I ended up with the 2 pairs of matching earrings because I couldn't make left and right side on the beginning.
Oh, bless you. But I think it looks lovely. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes
The top is the separate piece as well.
And then you have like sometimes even with gemstones, they're like on the same string, like mukite and stuff like that, when they got so many different colors within one strand, and then you trying to find two beads which is match. It's really difficult.
Yeah. So, and then the strand is made of agate, jasper, and toggle clasp, rose gold plated toggle clasp. I sort of like toggle clasp because they are quite easy to close, while the bolt ring clasps are quite difficult to work with. I will show you one of the pieces of the beading. I am quite impressed with myself.
Wow, look at those. That's like, let me just zoom out a little bit so we can get more of that in. Look at those, my lovelies. That's just so, that looks really, really nice. So you got 3 different stones on there. You encased each one of them. Is the peyote stitch you used on that one?
Yes, yes. One of my favorite stitches.
Yeah, one of my favorite as well. And then you link them together. I think that's really a real night out. Everybody's saying OMG.
I couldn't decide what to do as a chain because I didn't think the chain will work very well with it. So what I decided to do, I give people chance to decide if they want it long or short. So it's actually on the ribbon. So whoever is going to be wearing it, they can decide if they want it as a very, very short lane just in a decolled piece, or just something that is long and it will be hanging somewhere.
I think it is from, like, you know, again, depending on what you're wearing. If you're making stuff for other people to, like, you know, if you're selling your pieces, you always have to be a little bit sort of a multi lengths. You always have to do things which are like, you can wear it either short or you can wear it long as well.
Yes.
Everybody's loving it. Everybody's saying, wow, that looks really nice.
If you look a bit closer right by the shank, I decided not to bead it. I made peyote tubes and just embellished them with little bit of the fire polish bits.
So how long would that take you to make?
To be honest, they are not that long to be done because the encasing cabochon is very quick. At least for me, it is very quick. And stitching peyote tubes are very, very quick. Something like I have in the next box. No, not that box.
No, not that box.
Not that box, yes.
Maxine is saying the ribbon fastening idea is very clever.
The most precious items I keep in the boxes because I don't want them to get damaged. Something like that.
Wow, I love that.
That takes time.
I love that. So tell us, what sort of materials have you used in that one?
One of my beloved, obviously, Swarovskis. I love them. I managed to actually get myself good stock of them. Shell pearls and shibori ribbon. That's one of my newest additions to my creations. And it's coming in so many colors and you can do so many things with it.
Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to zoom in a little bit. I think that looks really, really lovely. I like how the ribbon sort of sits on one side, and then everybody's saying wow, wow, and loving it. So how long something like that is that like how is that? Start again. I had like 5 different questions and tried to put it into one. So how long would something like that to make you?
They are quite quick because the ribbon, once you position it on it, it's taking quite a lot of area you have already covered. So once you position the shibori ribbon and stitch it in place, you don't do nothing else with it. It's there and it's beautiful. It's like a makeup. Once you put it on, it's there.
Yeah. And what material are you stitching it down onto? Have you got like a base fabric?
Yes, that is also beading foundation. And then you just decided what you want to embellish it with. And on the back, it's a beading foundation covered with ultra suede.
Yeah.
And etched with the brick stitch around.
So Camille is asking, how do you do the ribbon bit? And do you just sort of stitch it down around it, or is there any special?
Give me 1 second. I have a ribbon somewhere here to hand. Let me find it quickly. If I actually have it somewhere here to hand. I do. Okay, there we go. We have a ribbon here. So the ribbon is coming like that. So it's usually coming in a different color depending what you want. And then you have to decide what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
I usually just stitch the top together, give it a shape I want, and stitch it back.
That looks really good. And I think what's the good thing about that one is that it takes up quite a large piece of your work. So then actually the stitching, what you have to do is like it becomes them very, very quick.
Exactly. For example, that one I finished last night.
Oh, wow. That
is
looks
shibori
fantastic.
ribbon. But as you see, it's the shibori ribbon is just so beautiful that you don't really need to do much with it.
Yeah.
Just stick few pearls and few beads around, and it's doing the job.
Absolutely, I love it. They're exactly my colors. Everybody's saying so unique, and I think that's the other thing as well. Like Charlotte just sort of hit the nail on the head there. That each one of these pieces are going to be unique because you're making up as you go along. Or do you have something like you vision it in your mind first, or you making up as you go along? I'll usually.
I usually make a middle, and the rest is as it goes.
Yes.
So I choose the middle, I choose the centerpiece stone, and then it's taking it from there.
And I think, again, if you got like a little bit of beads left from previous projects, you don't have so much when you're doing something like that, you can just add a few in and you can use things up as well.
Yes. And some of the pieces really just taking leftovers. If you have 5 pearls left, a little cabochon, a little bit of ribbon, you can go long way with it.
Yeah.
So here is little.
Well.
Yes, you got that one. That one is quite unusual, and that is second one. I just, if you remember, I found the box with the unfinished pieces, and they were all just missing clasps on them. So it seems that when I was making them, I was very short on clasps, and I was just making them and putting them away, waiting for supply to come in.
I love this one as well, the squares.
That originally is supposed to be a bracelet, which would go just like that. But then I decided it's quite chunky for a bracelet. It may look much better as a necklace. So it's ended up as a necklace.
Very, very nice.
Next level. Okay, here we got another embroidered piece.
Oh, wow. They look serious. So this one is a cabochon like a particular shape, or is that like?
Yes, that is a square. I buy whenever I can get hold of some cabochons, and I got them in the boxes like that, and they are not by the kind, they are picked by the color. So I've got, okay, that one is by the kind because it's Jasper, but all my cabochons I sorted by the color. So I got, for example, purple one here.
I do exactly the same. So when we like and we do go out and we do go to the factory shops and the outlets, and I do look at them and I pick one up, and it's like, oh, I really like this one. Like, how much is this one? And they said like, I don't know, that one is just like £200 to buy. I was like, what is it made of? Because I don't even look at what is it made of. I just look at it for the color. So
no, I don't go with the cabochons. I don't go for particular kind of stone. I just go for a color and shape.
Yeah.
In the end, it have to do the job I want it to do. Okay,
sorry, darling. Can you just repeat the name of the? It was Shibori ribbon, wasn't it?
Shibori, yes.
Shibori.
Would you like Shibori? S-I-B-O-R-I. Shibori. S-H. Yes, SH.
SH. There you go. Sorry, don't ask me. I'm so bad at I'm so bad at spelling. I'm dyslexic. So.
Little bit of the pearls.
Oh wow, that looks really good as well.
Choker. And that is just simple right angle weave, which embellishment is doing the rest of work for you.
That looks really, really nice. I really love collar type necklaces like that. I really love making them. I don't really like
they are very easy to make.
Oh,
Okay,
just put the right spelling is shibori silk.
Yes, you already saw that one. So that is my COVID project.
That looks really, really nice. I think that's like, did you say that was like 50 hours or something, like a long time to make?
It took me a long time, yes.
So that exactly the piece what I would love to sit down and make, but like I don't like anything around my neck, so I wouldn't wear it, but I would love to make it because it just looks so pleasing. It's so like it's just really, really nice, a nice piece of work.
It is quite time consuming, but you will be surprised how pleasant it is to wear because of the weight of it. And it's backed up with the ultra suede. It's very pleasant to wear and it doesn't choke you, even though it's called a choker.
Yeah, yeah. Kieran would like to know, what is the backing do you use on the cabochons, please? So if you look on Totally Beads, we do have Alcantara fabric, which is exactly the same as ultra suede. It's just like a fake suede material, and the base fabric as well. Which is like usually white, and you can color it with alcohol pens. If you like stitch over it, I do that because when I'm making cabochons, and if I glue the cabochon down to my base fabric and I'm using like purple seed beads, I would just color underneath it with purple, and then if I do another line with blue, then I would do it blue. So there is a whole technique for this, and there is a whole different like beading for oh my god, look at that. And then she just like comes out with another one.
Literally, I just started that one this morning. So that is the beading foundation we are talking about, just white piece of stiffened felt as such, I would say. So that is going to be
that looks really, really nice. And I can see that, like, you don't just have to use beads, you can do all sorts of different things as well.
Yeah, that is actually a cap chain there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like use cap chain there, so you could use all sorts of different things around it.
Yes. So here is little one.
Oh wow, look at that. That looks like, I don't know, a sun or something like that in the middle, or like this looks really, really nice.
It took me a while. I got hold of some cheap Swarovski navets, and I didn't know, because they don't have a backing to them, so I didn't really know what to do with them. So it took me quite a long time before I came up with the idea for them.
Look at this. I didn't even ask them. I didn't even ask them. They were asking you to do a tutorial on them.
Not that maybe I will have to start doing something. I just need to change the job.
We need a time machine. So we can go back and we could have an extra 10 hours in each day.
Here is one of my wirework Tree of Lives. That's a pendant.
Lovely. I love how you put like the beads around it as well. I think that looks really effective.
It is. I never thought about mixing opal. Unfortunately, maybe if I open a window, it's very shiny opal chips. And I would never in a million years think about putting it with dragon vein agate.
Yeah.
It worked beautifully. It actually brought all the flashes with opal.
Natalie's asking, do you glue the cabochon onto the fabric? And if you do, what glue do you use?
I use E6000.
Yeah.
I think that's the best one on the market in this moment. You can
I
get it just about everywhere.
that's what I use as well, E6000, and it takes a long time to dry, but
Yes.
it's like really worth it because it dries like a silicone glue, so there's a little bit of give and take on it. It's not brittle, and then
And it's not getting crusty, yeah.
yeah, and it's a really good one to do, a really good one to use. We do sell them on the website as well, by the way. So the backing is not sticky, Kieran. We need to stick the cabochon down onto a fabric, so you would glue it down. I love that one as well.
That is little bit. Oh, that's left side. Okay, we want the front. So that is little kite beads with tiny agates, which I actually encased them in beading.
That looks really, really nice again.
Somebody commented when I put it on Facebook like little sunflowers.
They absolutely.
So that's that. And I will honestly tell you, if I would have enough time to go through all that, we would be here all day.
What I loved when we were like doing like you go from this make when it's some, and this is actually like if you sell your jewelry bracelets, you must do this. You do some like this, which is like that probably take you like 10-15 minutes to make.
Yeah.
And then you go to something which takes you hours to make, because like on the ones which takes hours to make, those cabochons look absolutely beautiful, but it's really hard to recuperate your time on them. Like if you're selling,
yes.
So you need to mix it up with some like very easy and small. Oh, Natalie's saying, I love your work. Charlotte's saying, love.
So that one didn't take long. You just need a chain or anything to get through.
Kieran would like to know, what thread and seed beads do you use around the cabochon?
It depends. It really depends. If the cabochon is big, I use 11 oz Mayuki. I found the Mayuki, I think I would say the best on the market because they are very consistent.
Yes.
And that's what you need if you are encasing a cabochon. If you work on the beading like on that, the evenness on the cabochons doesn't really matter because I got little chips here, but you do want consistency in the size when you're encasing a cabochon.
So when you're encasing a cabochon, you really want to use your best quality one. So when we mean encasing, so it's just the seed beads around the cabochon itself. That's not what you stitch around this. So Miyuki, Toho, V-Stock Toho, Mill Hills are really, there is loads of like, there are really good quality ones. And then you can sort of go down when you're doing larger pieces and you have to stitch a lot, you can go down to sort of craft seed beads. They're less even, but they are, but when it doesn't matter, when you don't have to stitch the beads together itself, you're just stitching them down to the backing fabric or the base fabric rather.
I never did many brooches, so that are just 3 of them.
Good morning, Miriam. Miriam said, morning, everybody. I'm late today. You can watch it back from the beginning. Miriam, like Zaneta has got so many lovely makes. You will want to rewatch this one. I need to sip my coffee.
So, like I said, I don't really do many brooches, but I just tried, and that's 3 of them. And I think that's the only 3 of them that's going to be made.
Sylvia is saying you should really open a shop. Your stuff's outstanding, and even celebrities will buy from you. Oh, bless you.
Maybe one day I will. Thank you. That is my first herringbone stitch.
That's lovely. And there you use like one size bigger on one side and then one size smaller on the other side, and that's why you get this really nice curved shape. That looks lovely.
Yeah, so that's the only time I actually use, and that's similar technique. Oh. That is just a little pendant or charm or whatever.
We did some beaded stars in the bead club not that long ago. They are so lovely to make.
And here is little beaded pendant.
Oh wow, that looks beautiful as well.
And now we're coming to my famous soutache. I finally got to the bottom of the box. So here we have some earrings.
That looks just really, really lovely.
Here is a necklace.
Wow, look at those. How lovely is that?
And again, you have such a big mix of beads here that you wouldn't believe. We have here diamond beads.
That gem duos.
Yes,
Yeah,
gem duos. You got here honeycomb beads,
yeah,
also duos. You've got more gem duos. You got seed beads. You've got agate stone.
yeah.
You got cat's eye stone. So just about everything in one little piece.
I think you just use what you got, don't you? You just sort of see what you
Yes.
got in your stash and you just use it up.
And that is the only one I ever had, and I have to get more labradorite stone in the middle. And that's what it started from. I just started to encasing that stone, and I said, no, I am not going to end there. That stone needs something more.
Karen is asking, can you encase cabochons with beads without attaching a suede? Having arthritic hands, I find it difficult to stitch with the Suede leather type of fabric. Yes, you can, Karen, and we actually have got a class coming up on the bead club. So if Lucy wouldn't mind, can you post the link? We will be doing cabochons in a couple of weeks, and we will be encasing them just with seed beads, without no backing fabric or not having to glue them down. So have a check it out. That looks fantastic as well. Look at that. I love the little fringe at the bottom.
Yes, so that actually have just soutache chain sort of part.
That looks really, really nice.
And that one have also handmade. Okay, all of them are handmade, but just toggle clasp.
Yeah, made your own clasp.
Yes.
That's lovely. That's really, really lovely.
So that is just a little bit bigger version of the same.
Wow, look at those ladies. That just looks so nice. I mean, like, I could imagine, like, to do like a display on the wall and display all of these lovely makes. How great would that look?
That one also have. It was. Yeah. I had to make them this way because I couldn't get on the market nothing that would match the make. So it's easier to make it than try to buy it.
Sometimes I think nicer as well that to use the beads as the clasp, because like with the metals they can discolor and then you have to worry about it, and if you just use the beads then it's just the beads, isn't it? Wow, look at, I love that butterfly. I really do love it. So
that is a little bit spring.
When you did,
and that actually, yes. Sorry.
No, go on. Did you follow a pattern, or did you just make your pattern up? Did you draw it out?
I just make it as I go. Funny, I just downloaded from the internet the coloring for a kid's pattern of the butterfly. That's all I did, and I just put it on the backing foundation and stitched whatever I had.
Wow, it looks lovely.
But if you look very well, it actually have a soutache around.
That looks lovely.
So that is that one. That is something simple but very effective. I lost an earring for that. I will have to find it in a moment.
And I know you showed it to me like this when we did the tech rehearsal, and I love this piece because here you got a little bit of detail on the sides, and which you have to stitch together like a little bit of soutache, and then you have got more of a strong necklace. And I think something like this like really makes something like a little bit more intricate, but a little bit of like a quicker make as well. So bringing everything together. Oh, Tina's saying she can't wear metal, so like for you would be perfect to make your own clasp.
Oh yes, yes. With the seed beads you can make just about everything. Okay, so here is some. Earrings. Oh, there is
I just like how she says, "Oh, here is some earrings," and then she brings out these most beautiful ones. Oh, I love it.
Soutache earrings.
They are so, so lovely.
Even though they look quite big and chunky, they are very, very light.
Yes.
Because fabric don't weigh that much.
Absolutely beautiful. Oh, Kieran, still, I wish I was anywhere near this talented. Oh, bless you. It's just playing
Everybody
with
can
beads.
do it. You just need to have a
Practice.
little bit of time and try and try and try. It's not like I started to make it and all of them came up so nice straight away.
Sharon is saying, wow, fantastic. I have some shiver ribbon, but wasn't sure how to use it. I will be watching again from the beginning. Oh, bless you.
So here is some shell pearls and beautiful amethyst hexagons.
That looks really, really nice as well. I just love like all the cabochons and all that sort of, they're just such a nice thing to work with, nice focal point. And I had I think the first ever, maybe the second one, because the first one I did do a cabochon. I'll show you one day, and I found it not that long ago. This is going back like 15, 16 years, and now I look at it and I'm like, oh my god, there's so many mistakes in there.
That is just a little bracelet with a glass cabochons.
That looks so lovely as well. And do you have like sequins on there, or what do you have on the side?
No, that's
flowers.
Give me one moment.
Let
I
me
will
just
show you because
zoom
I
in.
cannot show you on the picture. That are just little glass flowers.
The glass flowers, that looks really, really lovely as well.
Multicolor glass flowers.
That's so lovely. Like you could use any sort of beads. You could use any.
Yes, absolutely. Whatever you have at home, you can use.
That looks lovely as well. I love the color of that one as well. And I'm usually not. Oh, come this
I think that is the only red piece I ever made. So that is just a bracelet.
Oh, Lucy's saying, I think I might need to search the website for cabs now. Bless you.
So that is soutache. And that is a pair of earrings to go with it.
That looks really nice as well.
And I think we're coming down to the biggest ever piece of soutache I made, which is a necklace here, and it's have obviously matching earrings.
Wow, that looks so, so lovely. I do like there's something about, like, I think how the sort of the ribbon and how the fabric sits on the top of it, like a sea of, I don't know. I just love it. It looks really, really nice.
It's just very, I would say, just very fluid.
It is very fluid.
That's that one. And then there is that one.
Wow. That looks so, so nice as well. I mean, like, if you didn't want, you didn't have to put like so many things together. You could just have one as a pendant, depending on what you like, what you like to do or what you like to wear.
Of course, that could be just two earrings, a pair of earrings. That can be just a separate pendant.
Yeah.
Because that's how it started. It started with the pendant, and I said, now let's go further. I have time.
Oh, Tina's saying galaxies. Yes, I think that's the bird I was looking for when it's sort of in the necklace before.
Somebody commented that stone look like a little galaxy. It's a gorgeous sodalite cabochon.
That looks really, really lovely.
And again, mixture of cap chain, beads, sodalite beads, lapis lazuli.
Kim is saying never seen jewelry like it before. This saying amazing ribbon. I'm in love with this ribbon. I need to get an after this level. We're gonna have to get. We got what we need to do. We need to write down a shopping list. I need to get Simon to get it all in for us. Oh yeah, Kim is saying chivalrous looking shop next. Yes, I have to get Simon to get some in.
That one, unfortunately, you cannot see a color, but it have a rainbow moonstone on the bottom.
Oh wow!
And the color, when the sun hits it, is just fantastic.
Sheila would like to know, do you get a chance to wear your beautiful makes? Or do you have a favorite?
Not lately. I am trying to, but we cannot go anywhere, and you cannot go to get your bean out, fully dressed, makeup, and put all jewelry on.
Well, you could do, like, really, like, but
Yes, but we put in bean out 6 o'clock Friday mornings, so nobody would see me anyway.
oh, bless. That looks
And at work, we are not allowed, unfortunately.
well, we will be going out soon. Don't worry. Soon, I think we will be summer, autumn next year. I don't know. We will be out soon.
Okay, so that is little bit of everything. Beating cabochon chain.
I think this is the thing. You can mix all sorts of different things up. You could do whatever you like.
And that is the last piece of soutache.
Zaneta said it at the beginning. She's been beading for 6 years, Kieran. Such a lovely life. Really enjoying your beautiful creations. Yeah, I think like you're so talented that I really do love it. It's sitting down and just like playing with the beads and coming up with all sorts of different things.
That is not most time consuming, I will tell you that. That is the most time consuming piece I ever did.
Oh, crocheting.
Yes.
But that looks so nice as well. I love chips and I love working with chips because I think they're so underused.
I love chips. I love working with chips, yes. And they can take a long time. That one is quite short, but the amethyst one took me forever to crochet.
But I think like sometimes when you make it, that looks fantastic, by the way. But when you make something like that, you can add all your beads on, and then you can go and sit on the couch, and as you're watching TV, you can just sort of crochet away and do it.
That's exactly what happened. I was just watching movie, mumbling under my nose, and just crocheting the pieces. Okay. So, like I said, I got so much stuff. We could probably go on for the next few hours.
Julie's saying, I have the beading foundation, but I've never tried it. It seems too complicated to me. You're very talented. So bead embroidery is not that complicated. You only about 2 or 3 different stitches, but I already use one stitch. But I do when I'm stitching the beads down, which is like a long stitch. Very, very easy. Maybe we do a live on it just to show you how easy it is, and it's so enjoyable to do. Is something.
It's very relaxing.
It is something powerful about that you're stitching the beads down onto this like stiff backing base fabric, and just like they just like sit really nicely there. I love it too.
So here is just little multicolor Amazonite. That's just very simple.
Well. So Kieran asking, could you give any advice to someone wanting to improve loads? So like in what area? What would be your what would be your top tips? So if you wanted to, what if somebody's just starting today, like they never done any beading before? What would be your top tip for them? What would you say where they should start, or what should they do?
If you know how to draw what you want to do. Even if you draw it on the beading foundation, draw yourself a circle and embroider a circle and take it from there. Really, most of the soutache of my jewelry is just took me there. I didn't plan it. It just took me there. Really, let it go. Don't suggest what anybody's saying. Just do it.
Yeah.
It's the best way. Nobody can tell you what to do, because at least I think so. The embroidery have to take you there itself. It cannot be forced. It cannot be pushed. It needs to take you there.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, the light is not showing, but that is absolutely stunning neon apatite.
Alison is saying, love, how could you just does this and then just does that in front of the TV? My eyes are finally fixed on my fingers. So like Alison, like I have got Christopher, who is 10, who's choosing the movie what we're watching. So I need something in front of me to concentrate on because I could not sit there and watch the movie for 2 hours about, I don't know, whatever he's interested in. That looks lovely as well. Oh yeah, go with the flow, Tina's saying. She says it can't draw. I don't think you need to draw. I think that all you need to do is just sort of draw the outline that what you would like to do. You don't need to. You're not gonna follow the, because like then when you're trying to put the beads on what you drawn out, it might actually goes in a different direction. So just sort of have a little bit of outline.
There is a little bit of the tiger's eye.
That looks really lovely as well. Debbie's asking, I would like to know how to make the last row so neat. Is that around the cabochon, or what do you mean, Debbie? We need a bit more information on that one.
I got a piece that probably the last row will be very visible, if I can take it down, because it have different colors. So if you want to have a look, it would actually explain a lot. If you can zoom in a bit. Yeah. We'll put it bang in the middle. So you can see all of them around. That is 808080. Around the cabochon is 110. And then there is delicate, and I am reducing to 15 O's, which is making everything tight and sitting nicely around the cabochon.
And it pulls the cabochon, like pushes the cabochon down, so you can't really take it out anymore. And then if you're going sort of outside when you're stitching around the cabochon, you're gonna once you stitch your beads down, you're gonna go back and you're gonna go around in the beads to sort of really tighten them up and make them sit straight. Yes.
So I just realized I got some earrings I just made. That's my very first time with the chili beads.
Oh wow, that looks really good. That's look very like little fun earrings.
Not enough to make a necklace, but I was thinking, oh, let's have a little bit of the play.
Yeah, and I think that's it. That you just said that you have to have a little bit of a play. You just sit down and play, and that's what the whole fun is.
I just took down one of each color. That is, I think, the bravest bead color collection I ever did.
Oh, bless you. I think it looks fantastic. But the thing is that, like, especially if you're selling your beads, selling your makes, what you have to think about it, that, like, there's colors what you like, and there's colors what you don't like. And then you need to make things with colors you don't like, because some other people will absolutely love those colors.
Yeah.
So it's like when we go into the factories and I buy beads or anything like that, I choose always the colors I really like, and then I choose the colors which I like. I'm not saying I don't like them, but like I like them less. So let's face it that way, because other people will be into those colors and like them.
One here and one here.
I love that one as well.
I got more of that dangly ones somewhere, just don't know where in this moment.
Oh, I got so many boxes and boxes of jewelry, like, I don't know, so many of them, and you forget about them. Like a classical example, and I say this, like when I was working on USB number 4, like back in last year, this time last year, and I worked out, it was particularly the Gem Duo Star. I worked out how to do it, and then everything happened, and we had to sort of change things around, and things went on hold. So I stopped doing the USB, and then when I went back in the autumn and started to sort of redesign and actually change some of the design, I really wanted to do a star with Gem Duos, and I redesigned it, and I redesigned it. I've written up the instructions and everything else, and about 2 weeks later, I found them in one of the drawers. It's like they were all I already did the work, and I completely forgot about it that I did it. And I think that's with beading, because if you make so many lovely pieces, you're always so excited about the one what you're doing currently that you forgot about what you done before.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
They look lovely as well.
So that is just few of the recent
The
earrings.
one at the top looks very Eastery.
Yes, yes, that one.
Definitely. Cindy's saying good morning, Cindy. We have started an hour ago, but once we finish, you can go back and rewatch it again. Zaneta has so many lovely makes for you to see.
Just a few. That is a matching earrings for that bracelet, for that necklace, if you remember.
Oh yes, yeah.
There is few like that.
They look lovely as well. I think earrings are really good makes because they're not sort of they're quicker, and then you can make so many of them.
Yes, that's a little bit of the Avalon.
That looks really, really nice. I like Cabochon shells as well.
What do we got? That's one of the necklaces. That is just one. I don't do many of overhead necklace. Don't know, somehow they don't talk to me very much. I like something that I can adjust.
Yes.
But that is just lovely slice of agate.
Just put together.
Yeah, just really, like you said, just put together, yes. No, that one actually is not
just throw it together. Just throw it together. But I think, like, you know, like sometimes strong necklace, like this is what I love, and I said this before as well, that you go from like a really complicated piece to like it's simple in make. It doesn't look simple because like that necklace we just seen, it doesn't look simple, but it's like it's simple to make, and I love that.
Is golden obsidian.
That looks really lovely as well.
And just simple blue magnesite.
Patricia's asking how do you find time to do all these makes?
I just sit and make. My boyfriend's watching his movie on his PlayStation, and I just sit in a craft room and make. It's crackled quartz.
That looks really lovely. I think that's the thing that you sort of sit down and you can just use yourself for it and you completely relax. Like, you know, some people will relax. You know, some people will relax playing golf. Some people will relax reading a book. Some people will relax doing gardening. And like for me, and I think for you, Janet, as well, I relax when I sit down and then like create something, like make a bracelet or necklace, or it doesn't really matter what it is, but it's just sort of sitting there and you lose your mind in the pieces what you're making, and then everything else is sort of switched off.
Yeah, so here I just found a bag of few stretchy bracelets.
They are lovely as well. I love the asymmetric one. They look so nice. And like, yes, if you're selling your make, you could throw some of those in, which takes like 10 minutes to make, and then have like a big showstopper piece right in the middle of the stand. That looks really lovely as well.
Yes, so here is some turquoise chips with my beloved amber.
Tino's saying golf would take up less space and time. You're absolutely right, Tina. I never really played. Well, I did try, but I never really sort of got into golf. So I'm not gonna get into it now. I think I'm good. But no,
play with the beads.
I play with my beads. Yeah. Bless. That they look lovely as well. I like that most of your bracelets that has got like a focal point.
Yes, I think that's the idea, for at least for me.
Yeah, I love it. They're really, really nice.
So that is just a break. I know somewhere here I got absolutely lovely necklace from the turquoise chips. I just have to find it in a moment. It's buried somewhere under. There is.
That looks lovely as well. Anybody, if you fancy to become one of our Sunday beader, it doesn't matter if you've been beading for 6 weeks, 6 months, or 6 years. Zaneta, what we want to see is your beading journey. So if you would want to become one of our Sunday beader, please do get in contact, because we love to see your makes. And don't forget, like, everybody has to start somewhere, so we're not looking for all complicated makes. We're just looking for a makes to see, give each other inspiration, and then, like, people see you in the community as you put post ups in the groups. It's just really nice to put our face up and have a little chat. That's so lovely. That's so fun to make something like that as well. I love it. I love the little dragonflies.
And that is just 4 dagger beads put together.
They look really, really lovely.
So that's that one. And I managed to find the turquoise one. That's one of my favorite stones. So where are you? And I connected beading because I couldn't find nice sort of chandelier to put 2 strings together. So I bead a chandelier.
That looks really, really nice. So you made the connector yourself, and then and this is what I love. Like, you can do like a little intricate part of the necklace, and then he makes it just like really unique and really makes it really, really pretty as well.
So that is few chips and nuggets, and obviously it's have a matching bracelet.
Of course. And earrings? Have you got earrings?
Earrings.
Oh, there we go. There we go. The whole set, everybody.
I don't want to be any other way.
No. Oh, bless.
Oh my Lord. If we have more time, I have more stuff. And that is just what I put around myself.
I think we might have to have you back for another, I don't know, another show and tell. And I'm thinking we might have to have you back for. So tell me in the comments, like, would you like Zaneta to come and give us a tutorial or something, or show us something how to make? And let us know in the comments as well. What would you like to see? I quite fancy the embroidery and the soutache, because I think she just makes such an amazing pieces. So do let us know what would you like us to do. If you would like her to come back and teach us something, it would be really great, because this is gonna come in very thick and fast. Everybody's saying yes, please, because this is what Sunday is really about. It's not about us. It's not about the company. It is about you, and it's about the community, and it's about us, like, because like everybody makes so lovely pieces of works. Everybody put today chivalry silk, Kimberly saying everybody have their own different style, and everybody it's like a fresh pair of eyes looking things differently. And I think that's so important, because we can be like, if you ask me to bake a cake, I would not know, but I would know how to do like a Victoria sponge, but I wouldn't know how to bake and decorate a cake. So we can be absolute experts in one craft or one particular technique, and really beginner in the other one. So all of us got really amazing talents, and I think it's so important to show you off and sort of help each other and be there for each other. The soutache, simple soutache or embroidery, I think that's what everybody's saying. So we're gonna have to talk in the background and come up with something.
That's no problem. Here is feel very simple. I just dig out very simple wrap bracelets.
Kimberly's saying she loved the blue stone. Bead embroidery, please. Amazing makes. Thank you for sharing. Robin is saying yes. Put her on the soutache right away. Happy with anything she does. Oh, bless. Tutorial using shibari and beading around cabochons. Love the last necklace. Could you show me how to? Yeah, we could do all sorts of different things. So I will be in contact, and we have to have Honora, because she's such a talented lady. So my lovelies, the time is flying. I can't believe it's 11:15 already here in the UK.
Yes.
It's just like when you're having fun, times really fly. I need to go sort lunch out for my troops. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and Janetta, thank you so much for coming on and showing
You're
us your
welcome.
makes. It's been really really amazing, and we will sort something out. We will have her back for demoing with something. Um, Oh, Paul is saying only just being able to join you. Oh, bless you. You can go and watch back
Yeah.
afterwards when we finished. Thank you for sharing. Everybody's saying amazing. This morning, love this one. Oh, thank you so much. So,
Thank you very much.
I'll be back with you tomorrow. We're doing a little chariot earrings tomorrow, and what we're doing tomorrow, I'm doing the beaded lace. I'm gonna take the beaded lace kit, and I'm gonna do earrings tomorrow, and I'm gonna do the necklaces the week after. So it's we did this before when we used the same kit like in the following week, so that gives you time to get it in, and in the second time on the live, so not next Monday, the Monday after, then we can do the necklace together. And I think I'm with you on Tuesday as well this week. It's a very very busy week, but I haven't got my diary in front of me. Do check out all the events on Facebook because we are updating them. We have to swap a few bits around, but I think it's all updated now. So everybody's saying thank you for sharing. Thanks for showing us, Ramig. Thanks you, Janetta. I'm looking forward
You're
to
welcome.
it. There was just so many messages coming in. I cannot all push it to the production, but I'm gonna go back to the main skin. So thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow, and Janetta, we're gonna see you very very soon with something. Bye,
With
everybody.
a pleasure.